me get my pan that I have prepared. Just like that. You know what? I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on the bottom of this pan just so it doesn't stick. Just kind of swish that around. If you have non-cook spray, obviously that's better. I don't have any of that with me today, so I'm going to use a little oil. Okay? So, now, start with our chicken. Wow. These are big, still big, even though I've cut them in half. Okay. And you're going to put this in the oven for probably about 20 minutes or so, 20-25 minutes. Some of these pieces are still pretty big. Now, if you had them a lot thinner, then less time, 15-20 minutes. Let's put them this way. Okay. Now, this type of meat you can actually do just put fresh lemon on top of it if you don't want that cream sauce, but it's really good. And you don't use that much of it, so you can treat yourself once in a while. Wow, these are hearty, big pieces. My goodness. I think there's one more in there. Yep. Four nice big ones here. Okay. So we'll be waiting soon for the trick-or-treaters to come. All right. I was going to have a costume on for you today, but I chickened out at the last minute. Okay, let's get rid of this stuff. Okay, now on top of this chicken, what I always do is I drizzle a little bit of olive oil on top, and that's what's going to make it nice and crispy. Not a lot, just a little. Just like that. And I have the oven preheated at 450 degrees, and I'm going to say this is going to take a good 20 to 25 minutes to cook. So let's get these babies in the oven. Squash is looking real good and getting very soft, which is what you want. So it's all coming together. That's great. Okay. I think now that we're going to add a little bit of sage. Let's do that. I need some of the sage for the cream sauce, and I need some of the sage for the squash. So, I can do that. I think that would be enough. One more over there. Okay, now with the sage, I like to get it as small as I can, so I kind of stack them. Like that. And I cut them lengthwise, and then I just give it a little chop this way. Sage is has a very strong flavor. It's very woodsy. There's no other smell or flavor like it, in my opinion. And this is a really, really good fall dish, which I'm quite proud of, actually. That was my little invention. Okay. Okay. Give that a little stir. And if you see it looks a little like it doesn't have enough liquid, you can always add a little more chicken stock. So, okay. Let that go just for a little bit longer. Let's see how our cream sauce is doing here, and it's almost done. I like to see it a little bit thicker, but you know what? We can probably add the sage in there as well now too. So I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to stack them up just like that. And then we'll give it a little chop this way. One more little piece. Okay, very good. Clean off my board a little bit. So now, I thought, why don't we, to add a little bit more flavor to this pasta dish, why don't we add a little bit of bacon? And I know some people say everything's better with bacon. Now I have turkey bacon. I'm cheating a little bit. It's not the real deal, but I tell you what, once you have this and cook it down and get it crispy, you cannot tell the difference. And it's healthier, it's a lot healthier. So I'm only going to use half of a pack here. Just about half a pound, that's all you really need. But I use this a lot. In recipes that call for bacon, I use the turkey bacon. I like it. And like I said, you can't really tell the difference. Okay, so we'll give this a little chop. Get that in the pan so we can make it nice and crispy. Just give it another little chop. Okay, voila, that's it. Get a little bit of olive oil in here just because there isn't a lot of, obviously because it's turkey, there's not a lot of fat that's gonna render out of here like bacon would, so we'll get that in there. But I think it just adds a whole different, dimension to the flavor, dimension of flavor in this dish. So, okay, we got that going. Everything's looking really, really good. What we can do is, I guess, put our pasta in. And by the time our pasta is ready, our chicken should be ready and everything. I'll show you how it all comes together. So I have here farfalle, which are like little bow ties. I like to use these. You can use those little seashells as well. The shells are nice with this dish because it kind of scoops up the sauce. But these will work too. And I'm only going to use a little bit more than half of a pound. Because with all of this squash, it's really all you need. Okay. So let's get this in because our water is boiling. That's about right. And you want to salt your pasta. Remember, this is the only time you have to flavor your pasta. If you don't do that now, I don't care how good your sauces are, your pasta will not come out right, will not taste good. So give that a stir. Put the lid back on for just a minute, let it reboil. Crank that up a little bit more. Bacon is starting to sizzle. Okay. I have to take a quick break, and I'll meet you back here in just a minute. Welcome back. I'm just going to put the finishing touches on our sauces. So here we have the cream sauce. I'm just going to add a little bit of butter to this just to give it a velvety finish. I know, don't look the butter. It's okay, tomorrow you go jogging, go to the gym, you'll be fine. Now, pasta should be ready. We're almost ready. We'll taste that in a second. Let's finish our squash, huh? Okay, so what we're going to do is I have a handy, ta-da! This is called an immersion blender. This is like a miracle. Rather than putting all this in a blender, this is great. Now put it on low so that you don't make a mess, but you want to put it right flush. This is great for mashed potatoes too. Just give it a little mash. Now these are so soft, they're actually fork tender. I could have smashed them with a fork, they're so soft. But I'm going to use this fancy little tool just to finish the sauce off. Nice and easy, look at that. Wow, okay, making a mess. Okay, let's put that over here. Okay, let's taste our pasta, make sure, but I'm pretty sure that should be just about done. Perfect. You want to make sure this has enough seasoning and salt to your liking. And it does. Wow, that's good. Now we're going to add the bacon to this. Our crispy little bacon, give it a little crunch, just like I said before, just gives it a little more dimension of flavor. Okay, and now we're going to add our pasta to this. So let's drain our pasta. You don't drain it all the way, it's okay, because that starchy water will actually be good for this sauce. Okay, give this a nice stir. Wow. Ah, it'll teach me not to wear an apron, won't it? You're going to be surprised at how good this is. Okay, now we got to check on that chicken. We got to get that out of the oven. So let's do that. Oh, that's all right. I think it'll be all right. I'm just going to let's grab one piece. Wow. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Move this back over here. Get it out of the way. All right, let's get a little pasta on the dish. To taste that. Ah, we cannot forget our cream sauce, can we? And like I said, just a little bit. Just like that. All right, now of course, this pasta, all it needs now is, you guessed it, a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano right on top. Oh my God. That is comfort food right there. Let's taste that chicken. Look at this. I don't even need a knife. It's so tender. Wow. Just moist, delicious. The pasta, let's give that a shot. Wow, creamy. The bacon gives it that little bit of crunch and flavor. Very nice. Listen, I'm all out of time for today. Thank you so much for joining me. You saw how easy all this was. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you next time on A Tavola.